FTMO do not want me to make this video, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Because look, if one thing I've actually maintained during all these years that I make on YouTube is that I always stress out the positive things in regards to every company that I use. But especially when there's something wrong, that's the thing that I'm gonna go against, and that's the thing that I'm going to expose. So in this specific video, I'm going to tell a story in regards to FTMO that they don't want me to tell, which is how they stole $10,000 out of my funded account, no reason. And pretty much we are in the middle of an argument with this company, but you should definitely be warned about this issue so that it doesn't happen to you. Now, if you don't know, FTMO is a funded company that I've been using for a while now, actually like a couple of years or something like that, because they're the biggest company in the funded account industry, and more importantly, because they pay out, right? When you actually make a withdrawal, you're actually gonna get your money as long as you actually comply with the KYZ and stuff. But yeah, that's the reason why, and I have been using them for a while. Nevertheless, even though it's the company with the less complaints, there are still a few complaints that we actually have to take in consideration. But this one in particular, it actually kind of concerns me personally, and obviously I have proof, and that's the reason why I'm actually jumping in. But that's what FTMO is, for those of you who don't know. To give you a little context about what is it that's been going on, or what happened here, it's actually quite simple. What happened was is that I actually been placing trades based on breakouts during the last few days, in the last few weeks actually, and been I've been making 5-to-1 and risk reward ratio on every single trade in my FTMO account, and I decided to purchase a $200,000 account in order to leverage more, make more money, and so on, right? Well, I actually have two $100,000 accounts with FTMO, with C-Trader, two of them with MT4, and one $200,000 with C-Trader as well. So in total, I have 3 accounts with C-Trader. Basically, what happened is that I actually placed a trade today based on a setup that I did, and it went perfectly good. 5-to-1 easily in less than 10 minutes or something like that. There were some news going on, so that actually helped a lot. But one trade was actually applied into the small account of $100,000, and I won it. And on the $200,000 account, it never got nearly close to the stop loss, but it closed with everything as a stop loss, over $2,000 in stop loss. So right now I'm gonna jump in my computer and I'm gonna share with you the setup and everything, but that's pretty much what happened. So that's what I'm here to expose. All right, so let's get serious right now and let's analyze the setup that I actually had today. Look, this is the actual moment where I had right here. This is where I started all my analysis and everything. And so this is what happened, right? It actually went all the way to this area. So when it went all the way to this area and it broke this trend line, I was like, okay, maybe there's a good trading opportunity there. And it retested again. Once it retested, I decided to enter the trade. That's why I have this setup right here. So if you notice, it actually did this. So it stayed right there, and then immediately it went down all the way to the take profit. Like I said, this is an 8.38 risk reward ratio. In the original trade, I set it for 5-to-1 and risked $2,000, which would have made me around what, $10,000 or something like that, minus commissions. This is the actual setup that I'm currently complaining about. I even took some pictures in regards to it, and you know that I actually contacted support and so on. But this is the trade. This is the actual trade, how it looked on C-Trader, which I'm about to share with you right now. So if I actually go into my FTMO account and I go into the gold section, this is the moment of the trade, and this is the actual trade. If you notice, it actually opened right here and it closed right here, right? It made me lose $2,345. This is not the weird part. Fine, there's slippage and there's spread and there were news, there was an NFP day, fine. I understand that, but it wasn't even nearly close to the stop loss, which basically means that probably someone manually closed the trade. Obviously not one person in there, but there was an algorithm right there, like taking a look at all the trades that were gonna actually make $10,000 in this position or even more, and we all got stepped out, right? Now, I do have two FTMO accounts, and these two FTMO accounts, well, actually I got three, but two active. One is for $100,000 and the other one is for $200,000. This is the $200,000 one. With this trade that you see right here, instead of actually staying at $201,000, I would have ended up at, that'll be what, $12,500 or something like that. I would have ended up like at $213,000, which was $7,000 away from a target, and it was going to be easily recovered, especially because, so after this trade, I had, where was it? This trade right here. Yeah, this was a 10-to-1. Take a look, because I actually activated it on a different broker afterwards. It was this trade. I would have made what, $20,000 out of this trade right here. So in total, I would have been making like 30 some $1,000 just today. Obviously, I didn't continue trading with this account because I had the issue with the support team. But here's the question, right? It's the same trade and it's different results. If I actually go into this account, this is the $100,000 account, and I look for the trade, and it's right here. Take a look. Same trade, exact same trade, but this one I wanted. And another thing, the take profit was around this area. So it did reach the take profit. It didn't close the take profit. And when it retracted, thankfully I realized that the trade was active, so I closed it manually. But you understand, right? Look, I would have understand because I actually talked to him, and this is a conversation that I had with the chat support. Hold on. So I'm gonna become like a TikToker right now. I'm gonna like short story time or whatever. But here's what I talked to in support. There's no record of the chat after you close it, which is quite trashy, right? But here's what happened. I told him like, hey, this is the picture. I showed him 2 screenshots of it. First reply was, hey, TradingView uses different charts that we use, so we recommend you to use only the charts on the platform that we use. And I'm like, even if that's true, there shouldn't be that much of a difference. If there is a lot of difference, then we're talking about price manipulation there. But I was like, yeah, I don't care about that. But here's the deal. I placed the trade and I explained everything, send the screenshots. And he was like, there's slippage and spread. And I'm like, I understand that, but I have the same trade placed on the same platform, on the same company at the same time. And that one was a winner. To me, it was more like, hey, there is, I don't know, like a filter of bigger accounts that they handle differently than small accounts, right? Because it's not like I chose a type of account for the $200,000 and a type of account differently for the 100. It's the exact same thing of account. It should be this exact same results. So when I told him that, he was like, yeah, we're gonna have to escalate this and it's gonna take 2 business days. I'm gonna be honest with you, I was a little bit aggressive. Well, not aggressive, but I did tell him that I was just gonna make a video about this. Like, you know what? I'm just gonna make a video about it. I don't even need the $200,000 account. It's not that I don't want $200,000, but it's not a $200,000 account. I'm losing like $5,000, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go and make a video if this is not solved by the end of the day today, Friday. And he was like, yeah, we cannot just analyze a trade in a few minutes. And I'm like, I just did. I just shared with you exactly what happened. So you just gotta fix it, that's it. And then he was like, you know, quite evading all the issue. And I'm like, it's not your fault. Because I know it's a customer service agent and it's not his fault. He's just following instructions. So I'm like, you know what? You're following instructions and I do appreciate your help. Just tell your managers that I'm making this video. Bottom line. And he was a little bit more receptive when I said that. I even sent him like my YouTube channel and everything. And he was like, let me see what I can do. Let me get the trading ID. I send them the IDs and everything. And then he was like, let me see if I can get more information. I was like, you know what? By the end of the day, if this is not sold, I'm gonna make a video. So today is Friday. It's 10 a.m., 10:30 a.m. This happened at 6:30 a.m. I'm just gonna wait for a couple of days and I'm gonna come back in this same video in just a little bit and share exactly what happened. Did they fix the issue, or pretty much they don't care about the big mistake that they did in that specific trade? I'll come back and see what happened there. All right, so the news that I have are not actually good for FTMO. Honestly, I was actually expecting this type of result or this type of response, but I decided to give it like the benefit of the doubt and expect something different to happen from a company that has such a good reputation online, or that I actually thought that I had so good reputation online. Now, today is actually Wednesday. All right, I waited up until today because I didn't want to continue making the video on Monday or Tuesday without actually having some sort of actual or final response from the company. You know, like again, trusting that they would do something different. But yesterday they actually asked me for, well, actually on Monday they asked me for the logs and the journal from all of the transactions that I had during the day that I actually ran into the issue. But honestly, I believe it's just some sort of procedure that this company actually has in order for them to then give you the bad news. And so I actually sent all of that information, and today I got the final email, which I'm going to share with you in just a little bit, but it's pretty much a lame response as to what is it that they did. So bottom line, let's cut to the chase and let's just go ahead and start reading it. All right, so this is the email response that I was able to have on today. And here's the deal. I received the first message on Monday. I just want to let you know that is well received your concern or whatever. We apologize for the delay, whatever. Then they asked me for the C-Trader the journal notepad that they basically have for the journal on trades, right? And here is the actual trade that I placed. Then they reply and said, hey, we reviewed the information you provided and it appears that it does not correspond to the trades mentioned initially. Then they asked me for the account number and the trade IDs one more time. And so I actually sent the screenshots of the actual trade and I said, it's just this trade, the last one. And it closed at this time, like to be more specific. And then I attached the actual notepad that, you know, the thing actually had, the journal. This is the final response. It says, upon checking your trade, whatever on your FTMO challenge, I'd like to inform you that there is no error in the order execution, and you can find the specific trade in the screenshot attachment on this email, and I'm providing you with more information as follows. As our services include the simulation of trading with conditions as similar as possible to the real market, all of our demo accounts may experience slippages, which can be both positive and negative without any preference. You can find more info, whatever, right? And basically what they say is that the trade, and let me actually look for the actual trade. These are the pictures that they actually sent. So this is the trade. This is a sell contract. It was actually activated at this point, and it was like closed at this point by reaching the take profit right here below. So the trade was supposed to be activated at this level right here, but it got activated below the take profit, and then the take profit was hit even though it was a sell position when the price was actually going up. So, and then he sent the news screenshot. This was because of the news. And so yeah, this is the final response that they had. So I just reply, understand this is a script message, because it is, but you know it's not true. But anyways, was nice working with you, and I'll have to expose this entire video. So what is it that actually I believe during this specific case that I had? Number one thing is that FTMO is probably a good company when it comes to giving withdrawals, giving payouts when they have no other choice. Meaning that, let's say a good trader can actually make a lot of money and then they have no choice but to actually pay the trader for the profits that they were able to make. But I don't think they are a really interested company into finding good traders. I believe they make money through the fees that they actually charge for the challenges. Why is it that I come to my conclusion? And by the way, this is just my opinion. I'm not blaming anyone and I'm not judging anyone. Everybody's like free to do whatever type of business they want. But if this company was actually interested on having good traders on board, then they would probably take a look at my account and say, hey, this is indeed a profitable trader. So one thing we could do is to just, you know, let's just break even this trade. We're just gonna delete it because it's not his fault and it's pretty much our fault. So we're just gonna start from zero. And I would take that as fine. That's okay. I can place more trades. But when they actually will use any type of excuse in order to make a good trader lose money, is because they don't want you to be funded. As simple as that. One thing that I really liked in regards to the company funding trader is that they actually care about finding good traders. So if by any chance, I don't know, you're having some sort of questions or some sort of issues or something, they're just gonna help you out because they're interested on you as a good trader, because they are going to copy your trades into their main accounts, which is gonna turn into thousands and thousands of dollars for them. But FTMO seems to be a lot more worried when it comes to the actual fees that you pay when you buy challenges. That's just my opinion, and it's based on this issue that I currently just had, and it's quite disappointing, honestly, because I was actually going to buy a couple more $200,000 accounts, but try different platforms because I want to like use different platforms instead of C-Trader. But the truth about this trade is that, yes, I understand slippage and I understand spread and I understand how the news actually might affect the market. That's fine. But there's a huge difference between slippage when you actually have a bad entry or when the price actually bounces all around because of volatility. But this time the trade went straight to the take profit. So there was no reason why they wouldn't be there was no retraction as to why would they just make sure that they hit the stop loss or whatever, right? So this was a straight to the point winning trade. And this was like a $10,000 trade, and instead it became a $2,300 loss. It's really, like I said, it's really sad to actually say about this company what I'm about to say, but don't go with them. As simple as that. If you're willing to actually risk, because you know that they ended up paying if you end up making money, if you become a funded trader. But this is not a company that cares about having a good trader on board. They rather have a trader that, makes some money, but whenever they have the actual opportunity to screw you over, they will, and they just did. So unfortunately, no, I actually have this $200,000 account, like $202,000 or something like that. I don't know. And I'm still gonna try to win it or whatever, but honestly what I'm going to do is that I'm actually going to go to X Trader, which is this company right here. This is the company that I'm going to be using. Plus they have a bunch of challenges, and they actually have a one-step challenge for $250,000 that I'm going to start using instead of actually buying another FTMO account. And FTMO, if you're watching this, I told you so. Look, in the end, this is not complaining. This is not whining about it. I can lose a $200,000 account. I don't care. But what I don't like is when you actually look for excuses to make people lose money. So that's what this company did. All right, so we finished the drama, and hopefully you enjoyed the content of this video. Just be careful, all right? If you want to continue using them, just go ahead, but I won't. And I got my reasons. I already shared them with you, but hopefully you enjoyed the content of this video. Smash the like button, find the link to the actual trusted funded company that I'm going to be using and I'm currently using right now, which is X Funding Trader. And yeah, hopefully I can see you on my next video. Leave a comment below in case you have any question, and have a rest of your day. Cheers.